set number 4. It's going to be on Arena, a gold ZVP matchup, spawning in the bottom here in orange from BornG. Going to try to even up the series here. This is DTiki? DTiki. Let's go with DTiki. And his opponent in the top of the map. In blue from TeamUR, our Protoss player, this is Grimm. Thanks, Grimm, for having a much easier to pronounce name. It's really quite helpful. ZVP, super small map. What cheese are we going to see? I mean, honestly. I'm kind of curious about why you would put a Protoss on this map. That's why. Because you can make 2 gateways and get a depth across the map super quick. Or just straight zealots. Is this 6 like straight zealots? There's no gas. There's no gas yet. I can't remember how this build goes if it were going to be adepts. Okay, there's 1 gas. At least. So, I mean, it could be adepts. Adepts are super cheap. But this gateway's going to finish up here in just a second. And he's going to want to be making units out of it. So I'm guessing, yeah, there we go, just a zealot. He's going to chrono that out. So I guess he's just going to make a bunch of zealots and go for broke. Maybe, for a while at least. Spawning pool has finished up for DTiki. He does have a natural expansion on the way as well as some gas here in his main base. So you could go for just a quick speed, hoping maybe to catch an undefended natural base. This is a really, really awkward map to try and wall off on because there's just so little space in your natural. You know, if you try to wall, you know, maybe down here, there's that later threat of just these rocks get killed off and then suddenly craps in your base. I guess you could take the long route around as well, especially if it's speedlings. It's not going to take that long. But hey, we have a Roach Warren. Super quick Roach Warren here from DTiki. And with nothing still but zealots coming out from Grimm, he is chronoing out that warp gate research as well. And what has he actually seen? What has DTiki seen? He's seen the 2 gateways. He's seen a zealot or 2. Hasn't seen much else beyond that. And another gas coming up for Grimm. Yeah, nothing but zealots. And if DTiki just starts pumping out a bunch of roaches, there we go, 3 roaches on the way. I mean, what are zealots at the top of a ramp going to do against this? There we go, a couple stalkers going to come out and help. So that's going to be okay. Both players trying to be pretty aggressive here on this tiny, tiny map of Arena, but I don't know. I want to see how this exactly goes. Lings are just poking up, seeing if there's, you know, happens to be a random hole there they could squirt on through, but it's not going to be the case. It's going to have to wait at least for the roaches to get across to really do anything. And these are slow links as well, and speed is nowhere in sight. It was just the 1 gas, and with those 3 roaches, actually DTiki has quite a bit of gas. He's got a lot of gas and not many workers. Both players on 21, 22 workers here. A couple of Ravagers being morphed in, actually 3 Ravagers being morphed in, which is going to be really nice against these stationary zealots. But we have 4 gateways and a Stargate coming up here for Grimm. So he's, I mean, this is an early attack, but it's not like Grimm is trying to expand. He's welcoming to an attack. He's got a lot of units. What does he care if his opponent is across the map with some units? Ooh, Corrosive Bile's coming down. 1 stalker will go down. The rest do get pulled back, but now it's going to be a matter of trying to deal with these Corrosive Biles. Actually, that bile may have almost done more damage to him than it did to his opponent. Another bile going down, kind of in the middle of nowhere. And now DTiki's just content to kind of kite around with these 3 roaches. Don't always 1. Not roaches, Ravagers. There are still these stalkers here, and once this Void Ray finishes, once the Stargate finishes up, he can make some Void Rays and be extremely fine against this, especially since there's just still nothing but roaches in the production tab. There were a few more drones squeezed out here by DTiki. He's up to 27 now, and making a 2nd gas. But he's definitely going to want to wait for more of his units to get across the map before he really starts pushing up here. Corrosive Bile is going to go down. Actually, get some damage done on 1 of the stalkers, but he loses a Ravager for his efforts here. Yeah, he's going to be pushed away now. Still nothing actually being made out of the Stargate here from Grimm. Was that actually seen? I'm curious if you got close enough to see that. No, he doesn't actually know that that is there. And now Grimm can move across the map. He's got 5 stalkers. He's got a couple of zealots. Or he's got 1 zealot and 1 adept. Excuse me. It is quite a few units, but there's still quite a few units here for DTiki as well. And well, Grimm not really paying too much attention. Going to lose most of his army here. The corrosive bile at the beginning, and the army wasn't actually attacking all together. Decent back there from DTiki, actually moving back one of his hurt roaches to keep it alive for a little bit longer. Really well done there by him. And now we're going to kind of have this back and forth period of time where both players are going to maybe start throwing units away at each other. Oracle coming in, actually, rather than a Void Ray. Void Ray might be a little bit better in the situation, but Oracle is still going to be nice because there are some Lings mixed into this little composition. And with that, with the Oracle's mobility against this corrosive bile, it'll be nice, a nice little addition to Grimm's army. Assuming it's able to actually get finished up. The last bit of Grimm's army did go down, and now the Nexus is under fire and is gonna probably have to be cancelled. These gateways actually haven't been morphed over into warp gates yet. They're still just making units singly, despite warp gate research being finished. Please cancel the Nexus. Please cancel the Nexus. So that happened. That's rough. Oracle going to come in here and they're going to start tickling away at these Ravagers, which is nice. But Corrosive Bile is going down on the 2 Adepts that our Protoss player has left over. 1 more Zealot popping out, another Zealot, and another Adept popping out to the Meat Grinder here. Hey, the Oracle got 3 kills, so I mean, it wasn't the worst of decisions, but if it were a Void Ray, it would still be firing right now. Yeah, I think I was going to say I think he realizes that, but no, that's just another Oracle. And now DTiki is on top of the probes, going to be killing some of those off. And then there's a 3rd hatchery over here, 35 workers to 18, and Grimm is going to go ahead and tap out there. So GG to him. DTiki will even up the series 2-2.